Hi everyone, Kenfinity here, and here's my review of The Princess and the Frog, directed by Ron Clements and John Musker, starring Anika Noni Rose, Bruno Campos, Keith David, Michael Leon Woodley, Jennifer Cody, Jim Cummings, Peter Bartlett, Jennifer Lewis, Terrence Howard, John Goodman, Elizabeth Dampier, Brianna Brooks, and Richie Montgomery. Great cast, it really is. And this film starts out when this young lady named Tiana and her best friend are little girls. They're being read, the Frog Prince, the Frog Prince story, and her friend who loves fairy tales, little girl above. I'm gonna have her first name right here. And Tiana never gonna kiss that slimy frog. But her friend like, Tia, it turned into a prince. It's amazing, right? Prince. And her dad finally comes home and she wants her dad to have her amazing gumbo. While her mom is amazing because her mom was a seamstress making all these dresses, for little beautiful LaBeouf. Yeah, and I know her name's like Claire. So for now, I'm gonna say Clary for now, but I know I'm gonna double check her name. I know. So Big Daddy LaBeouf gets his new, inventory, his new dress, and pays them and everything. And Tiana's dad is home, and she makes everyone in the neighborhood this amazing gumbo. And her dad tells her how you can do anything if you work hard and wish upon a star. And then we fast forward to Tiana is a young woman. And she has been working at this diner probably past 9 to 5. Yeah, she works all the time. And we're introduced to New Orleans. And we're told to come on down to New Orleans. Do some living. The song for you die. So that's so busy because she's saving up so she can own her own restaurant. Because that was her dad's dream. Her dad loved to cook. He was in the military. And she wants to make a restaurant, own a restaurant, everything. Yeah, and chef, everyone's like, you never gonna get that restaurant. They'll tell them in the Kentucky Derby in the restaurant. And her friends want her to have fun, like, girl, all you do is work. But hey, she has a dream, and Claire and Big Daddy LaBeouf comes in, and how Big Daddy LaBeouf is the king of the Mardi Gras parade. And Claire is the princess. They're like Sadie. I'm gonna have it down here. I know. So, yeah, she's just gonna get this restaurant. So she takes her mom to the building where the restaurant's gonna be, right? And she's almost there. But her mom wants her to, be realistic, but also to have a life, not just work. Because actually, Tiana's being too realistic. She's working all the time. Want her to have a life outside of work and everything, And in the meantime, there's a big red carpet unveil, of this amazing prince who comes from this faraway country. They speak French. He gets a French accent, yes. Oh yeah, so he comes from Gadonia, and he has a servant who is tired of being treated. And Lawrence, Lawrence, right? He's tired of treated how he's treated and everything. Oh, one of these days, Shia. What was that? Never, nothing. Yeah. And this Shadow Man who does all this nonsense, the nasty magic and stuff. Yeah, and so, Tiana is still working, trying to get everything, and she talks to the bankers, so that she can, get the restaurant open and everything. Like, these look good so far, Tiana. Yeah, these look good so far, just like your beignets, yeah. Yeah, but Naveen and his butler go to the Shadow Man. Like, this is read your foot. Oh yes, just read your fortune. It'll be real good. Yeah. Hey, come on. Sit down now on my table. Yeah, that's what he says. And he goes around. Naveen has had a life of luxury. He's never had to do anything. Literally, a servant is always there. Oh, let me get that. But Lord, he's been walked on. Literally stepped on. He's had to clean. Serve. Prince and everything. And so they make this nasty deal. So that Levine could have all this you're gonna have all this money, so he can have his own, because his parents have the money, right? They cut him off from his riches, so he wants his own money. You know, but don't you know you should never make a deal with the Shadow Man? Why you make a Shadow Man? Made this nasty deal, and so this nasty transformation, however, he takes Levine's blood, and something happens I'm gonna get into. So the big Mardi Gras, I'm sorry, it's not a Mardi Gras, it's a costume party. So this is a costume before the parade now. So this is before the parade, and Tiana dressed like a princess, and everyone's having a great time. But then the bankers tell her that there's someone else who's interested in that building, and unless Tiana can make it, because now she has to get more money, and you know they kind of break it to, not kinda, they just say, you know, with a woman of your background, you better offer that. Like, can you believe that? After they were still, I think she gave him a beignet at the beginning, you know. So Tiana, she's sad. She sits up on a balcony, and this frog is there, and you're like, oh, you want a little kiss? And then she is more than, you know, mortified. This frog responds, kissing would be nice, yes? Ah, it's actually tall. Like, no. And so she is definitely rational, slams this book, and it's actually the Frog Prince. Like, we must kiss, we must kiss. Like, what? You're really a prince. Because, of course, he formulates that since he's a prince, they can, you know, be together. You know, turn back to the human and everything. But he thinks that she's a princess, which she's not. You know, so they kiss. Tiana just one little kiss, because she's not going to slap a frog kiss. And a transformation happens, but Tiana's a frog. No! So now they have to go, you know, what do we do now? Where can we go? What can we do and everything, right? So, they know that here we go. Yeah, they know that, you know, they gotta find, you know, the person who happened and everything, right? But yes, because this big cavalcade of party inconveniences happens, because they get thrown into the party off the balcony and everything, and so they end up in a swamp because of this, you know, ballroom cavalcade. And so they end up in the swamp, and they meet this gator named Lewis, because they were in this balloon and it went off to the swamp. That's what happened. They named Lewis, who wants to play his trumpet, and I wonder where he got it, because he literally just has it in the swamp. Maybe he scared somebody, but hey, he just wants to play his trumpet. He's really nice, yeah. So they meet Lewis, and he tells them about Mama Odie, because they told him that they were really humans. Say, ooh, the magic that Mama Odie do. Odie is the magic lady of the swamplands. So they go on this journey so they can be human, and they promise Lewis that he can be human, so he doesn't scare people. Like, he has tried to get on boats, through the river boats, but they were in 2 seconds. This alligator. So they go and they meet my main man, this firefly named Ray, who has all the family. So he helps guide them. You know, literally lights the way. Get to Mother Odie. Yeah. But while they're on this journey, he's dedicated this hunter. And his 2 sons want frog long. Taste the frog legs already. I taste the frog legs already. Yeah, Paul. Yeah, it's gonna be crunchy as always. Yeah, they were like, yeah, let's get on. So they try hit frog, but they get a firefly up the nose. Don't make me like my. Get knocked on the head. These 3 stooges of the swampland. Yeah, so they get defeated. And Lewis, he accidentally gets hurt by these little bushel pricks. So you gotta get those off, you know. And they finally are rescued because the shadows found them. While Naveen is learning, because Tiana's making them some food, some swamp gumbo. Everything's from the swamp, right? Like, so they found like some pumpkins and everything, like mushrooms and stuff. So Naveen was cutting them up. Well, she helped him, and then he started cutting himself. And these the shadow people came because back home, Lawrence is pretending to be Naveen. Oh my goodness! And he's tricking Pretty neat. You know, I'm gonna have her name. I know. Why just call her Miss LaBeouf? He's tricky, Miss LaBeouf. It's Sadie, right? Sadie. I'm gonna say Sadie. He's tricking Sadie. Oh yeah, I remember Tiana because she kept saying it. Sadie, you know, tricking trading, marrying him so that he can become, you know, rich. He can have their. All he wants is their money. Come on now. He's Daddy LaBeouf's daughter. And they have this terrible plan where they want to use this voodoo doll to do something that I'm not going to say it, do something to Daddy LaBeouf so that, you know, it would be his money and stuff. I'm not calling him Naveen. But he's turning back into Lawrence because they need Naveen's blood. Yeah, so back in the swamplands, I know there's so much buildup. There's so much buildup to it. So they go, you know, so the shadows. How do you know? But Mama Odie rescues them, comes to them. Not bad for 140 old blind lady. Like, you that old? She's magic. So they meet her. And she takes them to her amazing, you know, home in Swampland. She has a pet snake, and she's so nice. You want some candy? So nice. Hey, no, we want to be human. Are y'all human? But you know what? This is what you want, but you gotta know what you need. Yeah, you know what you need. Yeah, so you know, she tells them how they need to dig a little deeper. They sing it, you know. You know, so they can have blue skies and sunshine guaranteed. So they can have everything. So they need to know who they are before they can be human again. Come on. Yeah. So, you know, and she knows about Tiana. She's magic, right? So she knows about Tiana and her father was a working man family through and through. All of it. Yeah, but how they need to dig deeper. Both of them, like, Naveen needs to be more responsible because he was given a silver spoon his whole life, and now his parents cut him off the money. But he did have money, you know. And you know, but he needs to be responsible. And Tiana, she needs to enjoy herself more, you know. I know, like, you know, work, but don't overwork, you know. Exactly, you know. Yeah, so it's awesome. We can dig a little deeper, but they don't fully get it. So everyone's like, oh, but they do get it. And then they have to go, you know, because, oh yeah, because this was before Naveen was taken. So now, you know, they left Mama Odie, what to do and everything, deeper into themselves, to be human again. And then, yeah, and then after that, Naveen is taken. They're thinking about, so they got to go back, and they take this riverboat, get back. Oh yeah, and Ray. He has a beautiful firefly who's actually a shining star in more ways than one, named Angeline. And he sings about her. Yeah, and then Lewis, he gets to be one of these, you know, because one of the jazz players, because the jazz band is dressed up like animals. They're like, man, that's one killer gator costume. You have no idea. That shooter something. He plays some good trumpet too. So he's the devout trumpet gator player. Yeah, so they take this riverboat back to New Orleans, and it's getting close because they have to get kissed by midnight or be human again, right? And so they had Naveen back, the shadow people, and so got the blood again terribly, and they put Naveen in this box so they can dispose of him later. So learns of Tammy Naveen on the Mardi Gras float with Daddy LaBeouf, and they're getting married so that Naveen could be prince. Come on, Naveen will be king, you know. So Naveen being king and everything, you know, and inherit is because actually Sadie is just she's just princess, she's princess of that is good of the Mardi Gras parade. So yeah, but they're already rich too, but you know if she's kissed, yeah, they're kissed, she still counts as a princess. That's why, because it's right until midnight. Yeah, I got it. So, because she's only a princess until the party, the Mardi Gras is a party before the parade is over at midnight. So he has to get kissed by her. Yeah. So. I'm sorry. So they Ray sees Naveen. He goes Naveen in the box and everything. Well, first he thinks that's Naveen human again, but no, it's not. So he goes in the box, you know, and helps Naveen get out everything, and then they get that necklace off, and Sadie runs. And that's Lawrence, not Naveen. And then Lawrence also runs. It's sad, but he should have known better. I understand he wanted a better, treatment. Well, he shouldn't have done all that. Shadow Man, don't do it, Shadow Man. Why do you do that? So, Naveen and Tiana, everyone, they have to face against all the shadows and everything. Shadow Man. But, oh yeah, and the Shadow Man, he tries to trick Tiana by showing her her dream restaurant. But, of course, Tiana, she knows one, hard work. Two, this is shadow nonsense. So she breaks that amulet. Oh, and then everyone starts chanting for the Shadow Man. You better be ready. Are you ready? He said, no, I'm not ready at all. Oh, you've been singing about everyone else being ready. Boy, you should have been ready years ago. He's like, are you ready? To be ready. So they drag him, and I won't say where, but they drag him somewhere. Somewhere where nasty things go. And so she kisses the bee, but it's right after midnight. Yeah, because Tiana realizes that, she loves him. Those are after they got to know each other so much. And how Naveen, he wanted to be human, mainly so that Tiana could get her restaurant and everything. So they love each other now. But Sadie's kiss didn't work. But we find out how Tiana, yes, because her and Naveen spread their love for each other and getting married. So that makes Tiana a princess. So the human, and Mama Old is right there. They found what they needed. Ha ha. Definitely not bad for any age. So they have the biggest riverboat wedding. Maybe not wedding, but they dance on a pier afterwards. Over by the ocean and everything. And they have her happily ever after. Tiana's restaurant. And Naveen's parents are happy. Because now he's hardworking. He's making his own money now. And it's a beautiful spin on a fairy tale. I love how pretty much all of the movies, Disney, not just, but it's especially, especially that, they really make it their own. They really take these classic, and some of them are kind of weird and stuff, but they really make it amazing for everyone. They really add all the music, all of the relatable characters. They really make it their own. And I just love how they made it this awesome setting, because I spent a lot of time, I grew up, and I go to Louisiana a lot still, because I have a lot of family out there and everything. And everyone who knows Louisiana, you never thought you would hear Shreepo or Etouffee in any animated movie, but especially not a Walt Disney, one of these big, animated movies. So it's cool. Yeah, I love how, it fits into the whole, this is Bayou, this is where frogs live, is it not? But also the fact that you don't have to be a princess, you don't have to be royalty. This can happen to anyone. I like that. It's so good. How, hard work is amazing. But you got to balance. You got to balance, because you want this restaurant. And, be happy, make your daddy proud. She more than did that. Come on. But you also have to see whether you want everything in life. So it was amazing. Yeah. It's just as good as all the other movies. Yeah, it's amazing. It really is just especially the Renaissance movies. It's just like those with the amazing best friends, music, life lessons, sidekicks. It's just like all those other movies. I love it. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of, them getting to know each other, you rich boy, silk spoon, you just hardworking, you're no fun, bus kid. But how to get to know each other more. And a little bit more of Ray and Lewis, because they're a funny duo. Because, the Bristlebus has got me. Yeah, Lewis, everyone's got me. And Ray is out, stay still, you big baby. Ow! I haven't touched it yet. He's getting the Bristlebus out of Lewis's finger stuff. So more of them together. And a little bit more of how they have to overcome this evil scheme. And it's so interesting, because this scheme just comes out of, wanting things. Because Navi wanted to be rich himself, because he wasn't rich anymore. His parents cut him off. and how Lawrence wants to be well treated finally, you know. So how they, you know, got to overcome that decision that they made. Boom, I'm always finding out these things. But it's another continuation of changing up an amazing fairy tale and making it relatable. And I just love how I have these connections through Louisiana and everything too. And also just, you know, loving animation, loving these stories. So it'll last for infinity. It's so much fun. It's beautiful too. And, you know, it's amazing how it feels like those other movies. It's so good. So please, yeah, thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, notification bell. All new videos come out. Yeah, please let me know in the comments, you know, what's your favorite, you know, spin on a fairy tale? Because that's so cool. Like, it really is its own. Because, like, sometimes you forget. Like the Frog Princess, the Frog Prince. Because, like, it's so much of its own. But, like, I remember, like, kindergarten, you know, first grade, especially kindergarten, we talked a lot about those fairy tales. So, like, it brings all that back, you know? Yeah. And then when I got older, I found out even more about them, different books, everything. So, cool how they, you know, put this amazing musical, relatable twist on one of the timeless, literally read them, you know, as a child, fairy tales. So yeah, please let me know what you think. Yeah, thank you so much, you know, for watching everything. Please like, subscribe, notification bell, you know, all the videos come out, and these videos last infinity.